Imagine this. Hitler, obsessed with power and an unquestionable supremacy, orders an expedition to one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, Antarctica. But why? What was he hoping to find in that frozen wasteland? The answer, for some, lies in a chilling mix of historical facts and theories that challenge everything we think we know. Back in the 1930s, Nazi Germany was on a frantic quest for advanced technology and resources that could secure their victory in the impending war. While most nations were focused on Europe and Africa, Hitler set his sights on the far south of the planet. In 1938, under direct orders from the Nazi High Command, an ultra-secret expedition set sail from Germany toward the icy continent. The Neuschwabenland expedition, led by Captain Alfred Richter, had an officially scientific mission to map the region, study its climate, and claim territory for the Reich. But the truth might be far darker. When the Germans arrived, they began flying over the region, marking their claim by dropping thousands of stakes with swastikas into the ice. They named the area Neuschwabenland, New Swabia, and made some shocking discoveries. There were ice-free valleys, freshwater lakes, and even signs that something was hidden beneath the frozen landscape. Reports suggest that the Nazis found caves and underground tunnels heated by geothermal activity. This has led many researchers to believe the Nazis were after something far beyond just territory. Some theorists claim the Third Reich believed in the existence of an advanced race living in Antarctica, possibly even descendants of a lost civilization. Others argue that Hitler was searching for hidden technologies, driven by the occultist beliefs of the Thule Society, a secret organization that deeply influenced Nazi ideology. So what exactly did the Nazis find there? What could have convinced Hitler to invest valuable resources in such a dangerous expedition while the world was already on the brink of war? One thing is certain. This was not the last time Antarctica would find itself at the center of enigmatic events, and the worst was yet to come. As World War II intensified, the Allied powers began noticing something strange. Some German vessels were disappearing without explanation. Nazi submarines would vanish from radar, only to reappear months later, as if they had found a safe refuge somewhere in the world. This theory gained even more traction in 1945, when two German submarines, U-530 and U-977, were captured in Argentina, long after the war had officially ended. The most intriguing part? Both had left Norway in April of that year, but instead of surrendering immediately, they seemed to have taken a long and secret journey before reaching South America. So where did these submarines go during all that time? Some believe the answer lies in Antarctica, more specifically in Base 211, the legendary Nazi refuge supposedly built deep within the ice. The Base 211 theory suggests that the Nazis didn't just map the region. They constructed an advanced underground complex, accessible only by submarines. If true, this base could have served as a haven not only for fleeing Nazi officials, but also for secret technology that never fell into Allied hands. Rumors say that to build this base, the Third Reich sent engineers, scientists, and a massive workforce to Antarctica, long before the war was even over. Some documents suggest that among these scientists were figures linked to the development of cutting-edge technology, such as experimental aircraft and advanced propulsion systems. Another intriguing detail is that during the war, the Nazis showed a peculiar interest in flying objects of never-before-seen technology. Reports mention circular aircraft, many linked to Germany's secret projects, such as the legendary Haunebu, supposedly a flying disc built by the Nazis. Could these mysterious aircraft have been taken to Antarctica and hidden in Base 211? Or did the Reich manage to achieve something even more astonishing? Hard evidence is scarce, but one thing is certain. The Allied nations had an extreme interest in the region after the war. And in 1946, the United States launched an unprecedented mission to investigate Antarctica up close. The name of this mission, Operation Highjump. But were the Americans simply exploring the continent? Or were they trying to eliminate something that wasn't supposed to be there? World War II was over. The world was trying to rebuild itself, and the United States had emerged as the most powerful military force on the planet. But in 1946, something caught the attention of high-ranking officials in the US government. Something that demanded a swift, strategic, and highly militarized response. The rumors of a secret Nazi base in Antarctica were far from fading. On top of that, the unusual movements of German submarines and the possible presence of advanced technology in the frozen continent led the United States to make a radical decision: to launch a massive military operation to explore and possibly eliminate any traces of Nazi presence in the region. Thus, Operation Highjump was born, the largest military expedition in Antarctica's history. Officially, its mission was to test equipment in extreme conditions and study the territory, but reality seemed far different. Admiral Richard E. Byrd, one of the most experienced explorers of his time, was tasked with leading the operation. But here's the strange part. He wasn't sent there with just a team of scientists. He was sent with an army. The fleet was massive, 4,700 soldiers, 13 ships, including aircraft carriers, destroyers, and submarines, state-of-the-art military aircraft. Does that sound like a scientific mission? To many researchers, the answer is obvious. The US wasn't going there to explore. They were going to fight something. The operation officially began on August 26, 1946, and was expected to last between 6 and 8 months. But something happened. Something that forced the fleet to leave Antarctica in less than 8 weeks. What could have happened to force such an abrupt retreat? Official documents claim that severe weather conditions and logistical issues were the reasons for the mission's cancellation. But this official version doesn't explain the bizarre statements made by Admiral Byrd himself. After returning from the mission, Byrd gave an interview where he stated that the United States needed to be prepared for aircraft that could travel from pole to pole at incredible speeds. What exactly did he mean by that? The most intriguing theory is that Operation Highjump encountered something that wasn't supposed to be there. There are unconfirmed reports that US military aircraft were attacked by unknown flying objects and that the troops suffered heavy casualties under mysterious circumstances. Was the US fleet facing remnants of the Nazi army, or was it up against something even more unexplainable? What was supposed to be a routine military reconnaissance and training mission in Antarctica quickly turned into a nightmare for the US fleet. Something happened in the frozen wilderness of the White Continent, something that forced the United States to abruptly end a massive operation months ahead of schedule. Unofficial reports suggest that American soldiers encountered something completely unexpected. Some say it was nothing more than a struggle against Antarctica's brutal climate. But others believe it was a deadly confrontation with a force humanity still doesn't fully understand. There are theories that Byrd's fleet was attacked by unidentified aircraft, craft that appeared out of nowhere, capable of maneuvering far beyond any known technology at the time. These were metallic discs, extremely fast and silent, emerging from beneath the glaciers or the ocean. They claim that these craft melted the ice using some kind of unknown technology, allowing them to rise from hidden underground bases beneath the frozen surface. And the worst part, these objects weren't just fast, they attacked the American soldiers. According to some sources, several American planes were mysteriously shot down, while ships in the fleet reported critical failures in their communication and navigation systems. The enemy aircraft moved in ways that defied the known laws of physics, as if operating on an entirely different level of technology. The United States Navy never confirmed any combat-related losses during Operation Highjump. But leaked documents suggest that at least 4 aircraft were lost, and dozens of soldiers never made it back home. But if the US really encountered something in Antarctica, then who or what was behind these attacks? Could the Nazis, hidden in Base 211, have developed technology advanced enough to challenge the United States? This theory suggests that the Nazis not only survived in the ice, but continued their secret projects, including the development of circular aircraft with unknown propulsion systems. Some theories claim that Antarctica hides passages leading to an underground world, possibly home to a civilization far more advanced than we can imagine. Could the Nazis have discovered something down there and even formed an alliance with unknown beings? The most controversial theory suggests that Operation Highjump didn't just encounter Nazis or hidden military bases, but something completely alien. Could Antarctica be a secret outpost for beings who have been on Earth long before us? One thing is certain: after the alleged confrontation, Operation Highjump was suddenly shut down, and the US fleet abandoned the continent as if they had seen a ghost. But Admiral Richard Byrd knew what he had encountered, and his statements after the mission only deepened the mystery. Operation Highjump was supposed to last 6 to 8 months, but it was abruptly aborted in less than 2. The soldiers, who had set out confidently on what was supposedly a peaceful mission, returned shaken and in complete silence. Something terrifying happened in Antarctica, and Admiral Richard Byrd knew more than anyone else. Upon returning to the United States, Byrd was interviewed by a Chilean newspaper, where he made a cryptic and unsettling statement. The United States must take immediate defensive measures against aircraft that can fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. Oh, what exactly did Byrd mean by this? His words only fueled speculation that Operation Highjump had encountered something in Antarctica that the US military simply could not handle. But what happened to Byrd after that is even more mysterious. Shortly after his public statement, Byrd was forbidden from discussing Operation Highjump. The US government subjected him to classified debriefings, and soon after, he disappeared from the public eye for an extended period. Reports suggest that Byrd was placed under military supervision and forced to sign non-disclosure agreements. His personal journal, which allegedly contained critical details about the mission, was seized and classified as top secret. Years later, leaked documents allegedly from Byrd's diary surfaced, suggesting that the admiral had witnessed something beyond human comprehension in Antarctica. One of the most controversial excerpts read, "We were met by forces we had never seen before. What we encountered defies logic and modern science. This land is being protected by forces that do not belong to this world." Is this diary authentic, or is it simply a fabrication designed to fuel conspiracy theories? One undeniable fact remains. After Operation Highjump, the United States never again launched a military expedition of that scale to Antarctica. In 1959, a remarkable event took place. The Antarctic Treaty was signed, banning all military activities on the continent. But why would a desolate frozen land, one supposedly devoid of human inhabitants, require an international treaty to prevent military exploration? What is in Antarctica that needs to be so heavily protected? The truth, if it exists, remains buried beneath the ice. But the story of Operation Highjump proves one thing: there are secrets hidden in Antarctica that may never be revealed. Operation Highjump ended abruptly, and its official records were classified as highly confidential. The United States avoided discussing what really happened in Antarctica, and Admiral Byrd himself was silenced after his cryptic statement. If the mission was truly just a military exercise and a scientific exploration, then why all the secrecy? In 1959, just over a decade after Operation Highjump, the world's most powerful nations signed the Antarctic Treaty. This agreement banned all military activity and territorial claims, allowing only strictly controlled scientific research. But why? Why would a supposedly empty, lifeless landmass require an international treaty to prevent deeper exploration? Many believe the treaty was designed to keep something hidden. If Antarctica is home to secret Nazi bases, advanced technology, or even something beyond human comprehension, this agreement would serve as the perfect cover-up, keeping it far from public reach. Strangely enough, in the decades following Operation Highjump, numerous UFO sightings have been reported in and around Antarctica. Thermal satellite scans have detected strange heat signatures beneath the ice, hinting at the possibility of massive hidden structures below the frozen surface. In 2018, a colossal iceberg known as A68 broke off from the Larsen Sea ice shelf. Scientists attributed it to a natural event, but some researchers claim that satellite images briefly revealed an unusual structure embedded in the ice, visible for only a short time before vanishing once again. Could this structure have been an entrance to something hidden beneath Antarctica? Adding to the mystery, despite the Antarctic Treaty, major world powers, including the US, Russia, and China, maintain a constant military presence in Antarctica. If there's nothing there but ice, why continue investing so much in the region? Did the Nazis truly find something in Antarctica? Did Base 211 actually exist? And more importantly, did the US discover that Hitler had escaped to the frozen continent? Reports of missing German submarines and Nazi vessels captured in Argentina suggest that a pre-planned escape route may have existed. Some theories even propose that key Nazi scientists fled to Antarctica, bringing with them technology that could be centuries ahead of our time. If something is buried beneath Antarctica's ice, we may never learn the truth. Governments deny involvement. Official documents remain locked away, and the continent remains one of the most restricted and inaccessible places on Earth. But one thing is certain: Operation Highjump was not just a military exercise. And if there is something hidden beneath the glaciers, humanity may not be ready for the truth.